All right, good afternoon. I think it's afternoon. Who knows anymore? Days or nights, nights or days. Cats and dogs living together. Total anarchy. All right, sorry, tangent. So it's been a hot minute, hasn't it? I apologize. Life gets to me. So this is gonna be a long one. So I'm gonna apologize now because there's a lot that's happened. So we've got some fruit trees. We have a shade tree. We have a garden. We have hay equipment. We don't have hay. We'll get more to that later. We'll do an animal update. And let's go with that. I'm gonna turn this camera around. We'll start looking at our fruit trees we got. So we went out and we purchased 3 fruit trees, 2 apples, 1 peach. Apples need another apple of a different species to cross-pollinate, otherwise they won't bear fruit. So this one, if you can tell, the wind blows this way non-stop. This one is what's called, let's see if I can see that. There you go. You're looking at a Stamen wine sap apple. Don't know. But we got from the local nursery. It came with 1 apple. Very nice. And then over here, we have what is known as a Arkansas black or black Arkansas black apple tree. So part of the problems with being a first-time farmer is you gotta catch stuff early. And then yesterday I noticed, see if we can zoom in on this bad boy. This leaf should not look like that. So the problem is, I think I caught it early enough. It's called the Japanese beetle, and it will eradicate my trees. So Arkansas black. So that's not good. So I actually bought some 7 dust spray and sprayed that. And I really noticed them actually on my little peach tree. It's just a little baby. But you can see on these, they've been eating the bejesus out of it. And I actually saw them on the leaves. So this is a redskin peach. Peaches do not need another tree to cross-pollinate. And if I'm not mistaken, this one has a couple pieces of fruit on too. I don't think it'll be good this year to eat. Actually, I know that's not gonna be good to eat, but hopefully next year we'll get some sweet fruit to eat, and then I don't have to worry about fruit. Because today's, oh, hang on. That one made the other one mad about something. They're scooting today. All right. So, I don't even know what I was saying at that point. With gas prices, nothing but prices on everything's going up. People don't think, I don't say people. You live in an environment, you get used to that environment, correct? Correct. So if you live in the city, you don't realize how much over $5 a gallon of diesel costs a farmer. That you want that ear of corn for $1 an ear or whatever it used to be. They're not going to be able to get that if they're paying tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands, probably depending on the size of the farm, for gas alone. So we all have seen the grocery stores prices go up already. I suspect they're going to continue to escalate, especially with this gas crisis the way it is. Not being political, don't care. I'm just saying, if I have 100,000, if I have 10,000 acres I have to manage, and I'm using a tractor that eats through fuel, and now my fuel costs have doubled, I can't afford to eat that cost. We'll get more into costs when I talk about the hay. But this is what's known as a crepe myrtle, which is alpaca friendly. I made sure of it. And this will grow to about 15 feet tall, 15 feet wide, and it'll be a nice shade tree so the ducks will have a place to hide out during the day instead of sitting underneath my porch or underneath my car, for lack of a better term. Let's look at the girls. They're out here playing. So there you have Marlowe. What a sweetie. That one is Blossom. Pretty sure. Blossom has white legs at the back. Tula, if you see the back of her legs, they're a little brown, a little fawn color. That's how I tell you so. She's supposed to be pregnant. So is Marlowe. And that mess right there, her Twinkle, she's not dead, she's just sunbathing. That's little baby Whispers. I think we're gonna call them Careless Whispers. If you know, you know. But Twinkle's also supposed to be pregnant. She's looking a little thin for me, but I don't really know what I'm looking at. Because one of my things is I look at, see that indent right there? My alpaca people will be able to answer this for me, but she should be pregnant. I just worry, I over worry everything. Nope, Whispers. He heard me. Talking smack. All right. Let's go see this garden. Well, no, wait. I planted some flowers because I like a pretty house. Like me, I'm a pretty flower. I've got issues. Don't mind me. So another thing, all my plants, I'm utilizing alpaca manure around them, and they all seem to be doing really well. The trees were just put in 2 weeks ago. These flowers, maybe 3. So I put in 4 rose bushes, 1 pink, 1 lavender, 1 yellow, 1 red. And so some of them have just taken off. So let's, whoa, zoom out. So this one's a pink one. We've got lots of buds coming in. Also, these red tips are new growth. So this one's pretty darn healthy. This one I believe is my lavender one. Let's see what the tag says. Ouch, you got me. Coral knockout. I see a couple buds. I see nothing's come back, but I've trimmed off all the dead ones, but you can see all the red on it. Those are new growths. Yeah, there's some buds coming in. So hopefully we'll get some of those. So same with my yellow one. We actually got couple buds coming in, you can see. But it looks healthy. I see nothing. I see a couple bite marks out of it. But it's gonna be a pretty bush. And then my red one. Oh, they're ready to starting to come through. Look at that beauty. So, the side of the house, it's got 4 rose bushes, and as they grow in, they'll look real nice. So the front of the house, let's address this right now. I know y'all are looking at it. I know y'all are thinking it's not legal in North Carolina. It's not what you think. It's a hydrangea plant. Promise you. See the little buds coming in? That flower's real pretty when it comes in. But yeah, definitely the leaves look like something else. This is the blackberry bush we planted probably last year. It's growing up nicely. Those are some little, whatever these sunflower looking things look like. It's like one of those. but they're going through their cycles. And then there's the hibiscus, which it's just now starting to harden off from the transplant. It's got some new growth on top, but I need to cut that head off. But on the back side, definitely can see new growth coming in. And then this one's looking pretty good. And then all these little things, I didn't know what to put in, so I put a bunch of little stuff in. Paying no attention to that mousetrap, it just flew off the porch. But this is my second set of petals blooming, flowering, whatever you want to say. So this is doing real good. Even these little guys. I didn't expect these guys to make it, just because I didn't trust them. But we're gonna say, oh yeah, also some ornamental grass so the ducks can hide better. What I'm gonna say is, my hair is terrible. I don't know what's going on with that. Everything was used alpaca manure is the only thing I've used on anything. Only thing I used a pesticide on was the trees, and that's just because those beetles were going to destroy them before I could get anywhere. Oh, what do we got here? Look at you. So there's the two boys and the girl. Oh, stay calm. I'll stay back here. We thought we lost one of the girls. For 3 or 4 days we couldn't find her. We didn't see any sign. Really? You turn your back on me? We didn't see any signs of struggles. Like nothing snatched and grabbed it. And then the neighbor called us a couple of days ago and said, hey, we moved the kennel and found one of your ducks sitting on some eggs. So we had to go retrieve her. She's now back home, safe and sound. But animals, which is weird because we have hawks, lots of them. I'm not allowed to do anything about the hawks because they're protected. But we haven't lost a guinea yet, and we got 19 guineas that on the weekends when I'm here we let them run loose, obviously, but during the week I can't. I don't have the time to let them out and wrangle them back up, because if you've had guineas, you know they are a challenge in themselves. So now we're gonna go to my little garden that my brother John wanted when he moved out here, and he moved back. I appreciate all the help he gave me, but he left me with a garden. And I thought I had things spaced out properly. Again, only alpaca manure, no pesticides in this thing, and I've got to clean up. I know there's weeds everywhere, but right now, I don't have it. But we're trying to take care of it as best we can. So tomato plants, cantaloupe, we'll get in there and look at it. Squash is out of control. And those are sunflowers I planted. Let's see if I can get across this thing. So these are about 3 feet tall already. Doing well. There we go. This one, some sunflowers. It's because I need some extra stuff. These are our beans. So they're slowly growing up. The sunflowers and the beans were from seeds as well. So I gotta get in here and clean up all these weeds and get them out. I'll just dig through it. I didn't get to the lettuce in time, so it started growing up, and I gotta start eating more of the lettuce. Let's see what else we got. We got some bell peppers back here. You can see them coming in nicely. Look at that little guy. That one's almost ready to eat. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants of bell peppers. Uh-oh, look at that guy's ready to come off. Got some banana peppers. Here's the real thing. This squash is out of control. Look at that guy. Look at that. I'm eating squash. Oh, hey, bumblebee. Don't mind me. But there's a squash everywhere. Oh, and I got more growing. So the squash is real healthy. What we got in here? Sorry, it's probably annoying. Zucchini. Holy jeez Louise. So I literally don't know where you came from, but I've got a large hand. I'm not gonna lie, I'm 6'4". So zucchini's in there, squash, cantaloupe. I know I've seen one or two. Let's see what we got going on here. Where'd you go? There you are. So here's one of them. A little cantaloupe. I don't know how big they're supposed to get. Not really a cantaloupe guy, but we got some. Now for the big problem. My tomato plants. If you look at the tops, they're missing something. So something was coming in, eating those suckers and destroying them. Like all the tops are topped. What I found out was a little thing called a hornworm. Not little, it's like the size of my thumb thickness wise, probably about 4 inches long. Was coming through and just eating everything. So I try to stay away from pesticides. What we did was, by we I mean me, I came in there and I started pulling them off because they're not easy to see, but you can find them early in the mornings. Look at the size of that guy. That's gonna be a good mater. But you pull them off, and the good news is the guinea cage is right there. I just throw them over there and those guineas love it. They would fight over them. So the first day I pulled off probably over 20. Next day was about 7. Today I found 1, and I'm always looking. I'm looking again right now while I film this. But that's where we're at. And then to top it off, these things are so big. We had a super strong windstorm come by and blow them all over. So I've had to reset them back up yesterday because the wind just took them down. And then these are sweet potatoes, and I have no idea how to tell. Look, see that manure in there? I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyways, I don't know how to tell when these are ready. I gotta look it up. But they grow underground. But we'll have some sweet potatoes. I got 4 or 5 plants of those. Oh, look at this guy. 2 of them. Look at this little guy. You know what that is? Watermelon! Look at you. Look at you. So, oh, that's a big boy over there. So I encourage the guineas to come in here because they keep the bugs away and don't eat the fruit. So watermelon is popping. And then down here we've got jalapeno on a stick. All right, no stick. Any Jeff Dunham fans out there? But I got about 3 or 4 plants of jalapenos. So, first attempt at a garden. It's doing pretty good. Come across a couple problems. I'm still looking for those worms because they made me angry. And they killed off a lot of stuff. Like that, right? Alright, so garden's good. It's overgrown with weeds, but you live and you learn. Let's check out the bird coop because there's something in there. So there's one duck. This one. This little sweetie. She doesn't like me grabbing her eggs. And then when we thought we lost one, I went in there. There's eggs everywhere. I gotta get the eggs. So when I went in there, hey sweetie, I'm not taking your eggs. I'm not taking your babies. You're good. Just loving on you. Just loving on you. So you can see she's sitting on some eggs. It's okay. It's okay. This is the only time I get to pet them. Okay, that's good. So, I gotta clean this out too. It's getting a little messy. So we let her sit on those eggs. Some of them are guinea eggs. We'll let her hatch them out, see what happens. Probably get rid of most of them. All right. So we did around the house. We did the garden. Let's go to the barn, talk about the boys. Velociraptors everywhere. Hay. I haven't done anything in this field. It should be hay. It's not really coming up. I don't know what's going on with the grass here, but we're at the middle of June. Let me get my glasses off so I can see what I'm looking at. So we're in the middle of June, and this is as far as the Bermuda's popped up. We had about 2 weeks of drought, so all the fields, I don't know what this stuff is, but it's not Bermuda. Bermuda is this big leafy stuff. And then their fields, I didn't spray anything, so it's all weeds and stuff. That field way out there, weeds. It's coming, but it's slow. And we planted that this last spring, so I knew that was going to be an issue. But this front field, it's all weeds. We sprayed it, we cut it, and now I got something called Johnson grass, which is overtaking it. And the lady from the North Carolina Ag Extension out here, she won't be back until the end of this month. So there's a lot going on. We'll get more to that when we get back there. There's Wolfgang, acting the fool. Just because you got a mullet doesn't mean you're the king of the castle. So Twinkle, if she lets you get close enough, you can scratch behind her ears, and she really likes it. Case steals your hats, tries to bite you. And Monty likes chin scratches right around his mane. This is the last year he's going to keep that floofy top, though. There goes Fury. Run, Forrest, run. I am Jenny. Let's see what this guy's doing. Oh, Wolfgang, he won't let me get close enough. Will you? Nope. Case, come here, bud. Come here. Tell everybody you love him. Come here, buddy. Oh, get over here. Case is definitely the most charismatic one. Definitely has a, I don't want to say attitude, but thinks he runs this place. All right. Barn. Still working on it. Oh yeah, there's a big surprise in the barn. What? Wait. That was Sheldon. That was Sheldon. So Sheldon and Case are both same color. Case is a little lighter, and he tilts his head sideways. That's Case. He's more of a light fawn. And of course he won't do it now, but he tilts his head sideways. So that was Sheldon, and he does not let me get close. It's probably close as I've been in a while. There's Monty. Last year for that fluff ball in his head. I like it, but I think he needs a break. All right. Oh, how do we have fans running? Oh, 'cause we have electricity in the barn. Watch this. Lights! Let's see. Lights! I don't know why those lights aren't working. Oh. Huh. Well, I gotta figure that out. There we go. I gotta fix the switch. We got lights. So each stall has 3 sets of fans. That's Led, I believe his name is, but it goes by Maxwell. There's Case. There's little Stanley. We're gonna take little Stanley to the North Carolina. We're gonna take Stanley to the North Carolina State Hospital. He's got a heart murmur, and he has a hole in his heart between his left side, right side. And the good news is it's small, and it's just recirculating oxygenated blood, so it's over oxygenated. It's not the opposite way around. He shows no sign of any discomfort, any sickness, any slowing down. So right now we're just monitoring it. Keep an eye on it. There's a uber micro, I don't even think it can happen, but there's a micro chance that it could close. But we'll see. We go back in February and double check it. But as long as he's healthy, running around, that's all that matters. Now the barn's a mess. And it's a mess for a reason. So the reason is I've had to clean out. So that would be our workshop. That's the feed room. That's the special hay I have to drive 3 hours one way to get. Alpacas are finicky. Alright. So, I'm turning the lights because I can. So we're going to come in and we're going to spray foam all of this. Seal it up. Nice and good. Now I'm going to put in a ductless heating and air conditioning unit here because I want to be out here. Now, the exorbitant price of lumber has forced me to do something that is better for me, but so instead of putting up paneling like plywood, which is like 30-40 bucks a sheet, I'm gonna put up drywall all the way up to the 8-foot mark and then put some laminate flooring down, and it's gonna be a sweet little pad. If I have to come out here and hide, I can. 2 barn cats come back every night. I'll post up some pictures of the camera that I catch them on. And that's their door. And they come in and use it. That's part of my canopy on the tractor, which blew off in the violent windstorm that I left it out in. Great, more. I don't think it's the canopy's fault. There's the sickle bar mower. I need to test it out. Probably get a second backup belt. Look at those shoes. That's when you know your country living. Classy. All right, I know I've got ADHD. So this is the backfield. It's really mainly weeds. That field I know is mainly weeds, but it's got a better stand growing up. So like I said, I don't know what some of this grass is. This stuff, I'm not really 100% sure what it is. That's why I need the lady from the Ag Extension to come out here and help me work with these. But I do know what Johnsonville grass looks like. Let me find some of it. See those thick patches? That's Johnsonville. That I have to come out here and spot spray and try to slowly eradicate. But this is Johnsonville. Johnson, not Johnsonville. Jeez Louise. This real thick stuff, which they say it's good forage, but it's not what people want in their hay. So I got to go through and spot spray this with a herbicide, kill it off. There's some real thick patches over there I got to work on. I got the old Poop Slinger 2000. Look at that baby, it will throw poop. So it's a manure spreader, aka the Poop Slinger 2000. Problem is, I only have 12 alpacas. So it takes me probably close to a month to fill this up. And then it takes me literally one row from here to there, and it's empty. But I'll use what I can when I can. This, my friends, is called a hay tedder. So this, once you cut the hay with the sickle bar mower, you come back and this basically, these little tines, these little fingers, that one's broke, but these little fingers roll around and they fluff it. So you'll cut the hay, give it a day to dry that way, or if you cut it early in the morning, come back in the evening, this fluffs it up to let it dry even quicker. Because when you cut the hay, you have like you need a 3 to 4 day window of no rain. Once that's done, then you come over to the hay rake, and these little teeth, they move across the bottom like this, and basically throws it all into what's called a windrow. So the windrow also helps dry it out, and then that also makes it easy for you to bale. But this is a New Holland 258, I believe it was built in the 80s, and I'm telling you, I would rather have this than a new piece of equipment any day. I'd like to actually re-salvage it and make it look shiny again, but I'll have to build a hay barn back there, or a tractor barn back there. That way I can get it out of the weather. This, I gotta fix my tarp. This is the hay baler. This bad boy is a New Holland 311 hay baler. I'm pretty sure it's mid 80s. And what it does is when you make your windrows, you'll run it through here, run this over it, and these teeth, these pick it up, takes it in here, runs down that chute, then come back, compacts it, and ties it off. And then you get square bales, you can't see because of the tarp, outside the back end. Needless to say, that was a large financial endeavor for no hay to grow. And again, gas prices, right? Me running that tractor on all these fields, probably going to wind up losing money. Well, I know the first couple years I'll lose money. But let's say each process I can use 1 tank of gas. 10-gallon tank. Right now we're at like $58 a tank. So that's an added fee. Then I've got that times cutting, tedding, baling, raking, baling. Now I have to use the truck with my trailer to get it to the barn so I can get it out of the weather. I'm just a small guy. 15 acres is all I'm working with here. You get to these monocrop, these 1,000-acre places. Again, thousands and thousands and thousands and tens, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Fuel costs alone. That by no means on the farmer, it's their fault. And when I hear people say, well, you just shouldn't live too far away from work, it's not just about where you live from work, it's what you do. Groceries are expensive because guess what? Your groceries get there by truck. Trucks take gas. I know everybody's gonna say, well, just go electric. Let's be honest, your electric is not coming from a nuclear power plant. And if it's not coming from a nuclear power plant or a solar plant, which I don't even know there are really any of those around, you're burning coal, you're burning fossil fuels to get that power. So it's not as easy as everybody likes to think it is. There's nothing in this world that's cut dry. Everything's got give and take. And unfortunately, this time, this culture, we can't agree that some things aren't really easy. And that there's no perfect solution for any one person. If you live in a city, yeah, an electric vehicle is perfect. But if you live out here, closest store to me is 20 minutes, and I still feel like that's pretty close. Gas is premium. I drive for 50 minutes to work one way because it's a good paying job and I like what I do, and what I do is important to me. But to tell me I need to go buy a $100,000 vehicle, which I still don't have to pay electricity to charge it. So I don't know what that cost rounds out to per mile, but it's not free. So maybe one day we'll all be able to start talking like humans again and work this out. But till then, I'll be here on my farm with alpacas, selling stuff. Oh yeah, start a website. Check that out. PeruvianPastures.com. We have dryer balls, socks, yarn, soaps by me, handmade with these. These are no hands. Make my own soaps. Some toys for the kids, some finger puppets, some pens. I don't have the alpaca tea bags. That's manure for fertilizer listed. And right now that's selling out at the farmer's market. Like, I only make 6 or 7 at a time. But they're selling. What it is you take this little burlap sack with alpaca beans, poop. You soak it in the water like a sun tea for 24 hours. Then you use that water to water your plants, and it takes the nutrients. And you can use that twice, maybe 3 times, and then just put the beans in your garden and let the rest of the nutrients come through. That's a pretty good seller. Look, I'm not saying that's why my garden is amazing and that my plants are all doing great and blah, blah, blah. It may just be a coincidence. I may have perfect soil. I doubt it. Apparently I can't grow Bermuda hay. But from my experience, it helps, and it's a game changer. So it'll be on all my stuff I plant going forward. All right, this has been a long one. I'll try to condense it as much as I can. If you stay to the end, you are a champion. Make sure you hit the like button, please. That helps me. Subscribe if you like this content. Type down below if you got any comments. I mean, all this stuff helps me in the algorithms, because I'm tiny. I have like 12 people that follow this channel. I'm not getting paid for this. I do this for you guys. So sorry I don't get it every week. I get bogged down with work and trying to get all this stuff done. I'm behind now, but it is what it is. I gotta just take it with a grain of salt and move on. But please like, comment, subscribe, and the more people I can get on this, the more I can make this a priority, and we'll work through it. I appreciate it. Everybody out there, stay safe. Bye.